Why do people like to act like they're auditioning for the next Fast and Furious movie when it's pouring rain outside? I went to Starbucks to get an unsweetened iced tea, cool down, hydrate, and be a little bit healthy all at the same time. And as the little light up white man tells me that I can cross the street, I see a big old 18-wheeler looking like Blastoise using Hydro Cannon coming to knock me out. Now, because I'm quick, I made it with an inch or two to spare, but sir, I'm gonna need you to slow down before you kill somebody out here. Like, how did you get a license to drive one of those things, and why do you still have it? I'm gonna need you to take a remedial class ASAP because I don't want to have to be on the lookout for you the next time that it rains. So last week, my clumsy bull in a china cabinet ass dropped my phone on the sidewalk, and because shit is real fragile these days, I knew before I even picked it up off the ground that the screen was gonna be all cracked out and that I was gonna have to buy a new phone. Thankfully, I have insurance on the phone, so for a few extra bucks every month, if I damage it, if it gets stolen, or is unusable in some way, I can file a claim and, a couple business days, I'll have a phone in my mailbox and I can keep it moving. Now, I get how insurance works. I get that you have to pay an additional fee like a copay or deductible when you want to take advantage of the insurance. However, I need someone to help me understand why when I went to the website to file the claim, the insurance company was like, I need a whole $200 extra out of your checking account before you can stop getting glass on your fingertips every time you send a text message. Girl, get the fuck out of here with that. So I know I'm like almost 2 months late on this, but I just watched the video for I Don't Like It, I Love It by Flo Rida featuring Robin Thicke. I hear the song on the radio every 30 minutes, and despite Flo Rida not being able to sell any albums and, struggling to go double toilet paper, I try to support him when I can because I appreciate the 2 or 3 radio bops that he's been giving us since Low came out in 2008. As for Robin Thicke, I prefer to remember him as the dude with the long hair riding his bicycle through New York City for that song that nobody remembers or ever really knew the lyrics to. I'm quite certain that the budget for this video was a smooth $100, and honestly that's all this song deserves. But I'm bored, so I'm going to talk about it anyway. Pretty much the entire video takes place in front of a stoop in Brooklyn, with Florida and Robin Thicke surrounded by all these pretty girls drinking out of red Solo cups, just looking happy to have a job and to be there. At one point, Robin Thicke bursts open a fire hydrant, which is something that I'm pretty sure is not legal, to cool down the children on the block who are just in the street dancing and having a good time, without real adult supervision, no guardians, no parents, any caretakers whatsoever. About 10 seconds later, Flo Rida is buying ice cream for all these children who are now miraculously dry. He's handing out soft serves and Choco Tacos and, all that other fun stuff that's on ice cream trucks these days. On top of all that foolishness, I need a few things explained to me. Why is Flo Rida wearing a t-shirt made out of sweater material even though it's got to be like 80 or 90 degrees outside? Also, why did no one decide to just keep Robin Thicke in sunglasses for the entire duration of the music video? Because he is a not so smooth 38 going on like 50 or 60 now, and his face just looks super busted. Maybe everyone had to do their own makeup that day and he was just like, you know what, fuck it. Or maybe the lighting crew, was trying to shade him for that blurred lines mess and cheating on Paula Patton. But regardless, there is no way in hell that he or anyone else looked at the playback and thought that he looked okay. At the very least, someone in post-production should have thrown some lens flare on his mug so that we could be saved from the horror. Then, towards the end of the video, a nighttime block party dance scene breaks out, complete with slow-motion cutaways and people looking directly into the camera, sort of like this. It was at this point that I realized that Alan Thicke's son has got to be the stiffest blue-eyed R&B singer and never needs to appear in anything with choreography ever again. Maybe we've just been spoiled by Kevin Federline and Justin Timberlake and some of these other white boys out here that can dance, But even Flo Rida and his swole ass was giving me more hip movement, a little shake and shimmy, and some in-tempo body movements, while Robin Thicke was like struggling to keep up with a boom cack two-step. Maybe his 20-year-old fiance will be able to, help him out, teach him how to whip nene and do all these other things that these kids do these days. So I need someone to tell me why some people think it's okay to carry out a full-blown phone conversation when they come to a checkout counter to pay for their goods and merchandise. If you work in retail, at a grocery store, or any job that requires dealing with customers face to face, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and I feel your pain. These people stroll up to the cash register and continue making dinner plans, or finding a babysitter, or plotting to take over the world while you are just trying to politely get them the fuck along. Can someone help me understand why Drake is so in his feelings on his new song Hotline Bling? Just saying that it's Drake or because he's light-skinned is not an excuse anymore, because Aubrey is out here, destroying Meek Mill's career. He's got a full beard now. He's ultra swole. Don't get me wrong, I'm Team Drizzy. I'm Team OVO. I got all the albums and mixtapes. I'm a fan. And I know that we all have exes that it takes us a while to get over. Believe me, I understand. But I know my friends, and I hope your friends too, will look at you like you were ridiculous if you openly talked about feeling out of your ex's life, or openly wondered if they were bending over backwards for someone else and doing the nasty things that we taught them. Drake needs friends like that, because even if you can't get over your ex, you don't want to hear about what they're trying to do now. I don't care what your skin hue is or, what your beard game's like. That's not a good look. Like, come on, Drake. I just want you to understand that you don't have to be tripping over your exes like this.